Representative, I just wanted to ask some clarifying questions about this particular piece of legislation. This includes the drug Ella. Is that correct?
Which drug?
Ella, E-L-L-A. We discussed this in committee.
Does it have a more common name than that? I don't know that one.
It is the drug that it's taken roughly 2 weeks after conception, which will terminate a human embryo.
Well, it's already that drug is already covered under the Affordable Care Act.
Correct. Thank you. Now, the coverage under the Affordable Care Act is by rule, though. It's not part of the Obamacare statute. It was imposed by rule, correct?
That's my recollection, yes.
Right. So that could be changed at any time by the federal government. And there's no copay for any of these medical interventions under your bill, correct?
Well, for the that's what this is intended to do, is to remove that barrier so that women can have access to contraceptives. Yes.
But there's still going to be a copay for heart medication, antibiotics for your sick children, kidney medication, and all the rest, right?
I'm assuming you're correct, Representative Breen. I don't know the status on all those other drugs.
Now, as well, there's a requirement in this bill to provide a 1-year supply of drugs, which is being vigorously opposed by the insurance industry. That's correct, right? A full year supply?
It does offer that, but the research is very clear that when women have access to a 1-year supply, that they're more compliant and more likely to stay on that, and thus reducing the unintended pregnancies that I think you would vehemently want to reduce.
Well, the problem is, I think we're imposing that mandate, though, on the insurance companies so they can no longer renegotiate prices every 3 months. Instead, we're forcing them into a 1-year-long medication supply. So we are actually increasing the cost, then, to the insurance companies of providing the medication.
Well, I don't get from point A to point B on that. They can still go back in and renegotiate for someone who's getting their supply 3 months later for a different woman, but for one woman, yes.
Well, and the testimony in committee, you had a young woman in there who, she actually had a problem with her supply after 5 days, right? Wasn't that what her particular condition was?
She got sick very quickly on it, yes.
Right, okay. I'm going to go to the bill. Mr. Speaker, this bill is sold as one thing, but it has, when you actually read it, has grave impact across the spectrum. First off, it is an abortion pill mandate. It would mandate, for the first time in Illinois statute, that we, the people, provide to folks abortion pills. These are pills that terminate the life of a developing human embryo, and not merely that we provide it through private insurance and forced insurance, but that we do so without a copay. So your child gets sick and you've got to go get amoxicillin, you've got to pay for that. But now we, the General Assembly, are going to say, well, amoxicillin's not important, or not important enough, but terminating the life of that little developing human embryo is. And so you can't really support this bill if you call yourself pro-life. And then you're looking at the insurance industry that's saying, hey, we are going to have to increase costs on everyone to pay for these interventions, because now you've got to give a 12-month supply of medication, even though we even heard in committee folks had negative repercussions from their medication and so had to go switch. You'd have to throw out a 12-month supply. And the insurance companies also talked about the fact, hey, the reason they do a 3-month supply is not to disadvantage you. It's because they are able to negotiate better prices for the people of the state from different companies for those medications. You know, the abortion pill mandate on the federal level is in rule. It could be adjusted, it can be changed at any time. We would be enshrining it in statute. And it's the sort of thing, if you care about our insurance industry, if you care about human life, if you care about equity in health care, this is a bad bill. And so, understanding the goodwill of the sponsor, the actual language of the bill is terrible. It will do grave harm to the people, and it will make our insurance system even more broken than it is today. Please vote no.